Hi guys, and welcome to another vlog. I am planning on doing these on a monthly basis, so if you guys are interested, please do let me know if this is something that you actually like to watch. I'm planning on doing like a monthly vlog because just like day to day I'm pretty much just doing like mum life. As you can see, I'm in mum mode today, and yeah, I'm pretty much just like cleaning, tidying up after the girls, looking after them, you know, the usual. It's been a difficult couple of weeks because my little ones have been poorly, so that means like no sleep, as you can imagine. But yeah, managed to have quite a good night's sleep last night, which felt so refreshing. So yeah, back into it today, and the plan is I think we're going to go to Costco later, and we've just run out of instant formula. So I breastfeed, but like when we're out and about, she absolutely hates being underneath the apron, so we use that kind of ready-made milk, which is an absolute lifesaver because it means you don't have to make anything up, and it is so much cheaper from Costco. So we're going to go to Costco and of course going to have some food. I absolutely love the food from Costco, so we're going to have tea from there tonight. I'll probably end up just having like a chicken bake or a hot dog or something, depending what they've got, and we'll probably also get some just other bits as well. I'll try and capture some footage from the store. It is a weekday evening, and when we've been before I thought it'd be super duper quiet, but it's been actually quite busy, so depending on how busy it is depends on how much footage I'll actually be able to get, but hopefully I'll be able to get some so you can just like have a sneak peek into the store and what they've got in. Hopefully some nice new bits for summer. They always have really nice garden furniture. It makes me want like a huge house so I can have such a lovely Costco garden furniture. Oh, and my daughter absolutely loves, you know, like the massive bouncy castles, and she always thinks she can go on them, but obviously they're like hung up sideways, and I don't think you'd be allowed on them anyway, to be honest. But yeah, so the plan is to go there later, and then if we do get anything I'll also show you what we get from there. So as suspected, Costco was so busy, so I didn't get like loads of footage in there. I think the problem is like how our Costco is set up, so where there's small products, the shelves kind of only go halfway up, so if I was to film, it kind of looks like I'm filming the person on the other side. And then also because there's loads of big stuff in Costco, like you kind of need to stand quite far back to get it in shot, which again, when it's busy like it was yesterday, kind of makes it look like you're filming everybody that's around. So yeah, I didn't get loads of footage, but I will show you what we got from Costco. We did also have tea there. Their food is so cheap. Obviously it's not very healthy, but it is so yummy. My daughter had the strawberry and white chocolate ice cream, and oh, thank God it is big so that we could all share it because it was so tasty. There's no point in getting her one on her own because they are just, all the food portion sizes are massive there. But yeah, it was really good, and to be honest, it kind of just feels like a trip out sometimes. It was like nice to have a break from routine in the week, because normally it's like I'm at home or I go out and see people with the girls, and then my husband will come back and we will, you know, just like go into routine like tea and then putting the girls to bed, and by the time the girls are put to bed at this point, it's like we're ready for bed. So yeah, it's nice to just kind of break routine up sometimes, and even just like nip to Costco in the week. But I'll show you what we got. I'll tell you something, my hubby is on it. He's literally put all the stuff away from Costco last night. I don't even know when he had time to do this because we got back late and then we put the girls to bed, and then he's gone to work this morning. So I don't know when he did this, but yeah, he's pretty much kind of like, well, I've not put it away, but put it in its place. So I'm just gonna have to go like whiz around the house and show you the stuff rather than do like a sit down haul. So one of the first things we always get from there is bottled water, because my hubby takes it to work, and sometimes for me it's just kind of really quick and easy to grab if I'm breastfeeding. And yeah, you know what it's like when the baby's kicking off, you just need to get something really quickly. And they're like £3 for this size pack, so really good value. Fruit shoot is another staple in this house. Again, just super easy and quick to grab for my daughter if we're going out somewhere. And sometimes I find that she doesn't drink loads of milk and squash, and sometimes just changing it up really helps that. She really does take after me, to be honest. So yeah, having something different in can sometimes really encourage her to get her fluids up. Okay, this may be our most exciting purchase from Costco. My daughter was so excited, as you can imagine, my eldest daughter. She was buzzing for it. So this is going to be one of her birthday presents. I was actually thinking of getting her a trampoline, but was thinking that's going to take up loads of room in the garden. But she's at that age, she just loves bouncing around. Like, she loves bouncing on the settee, her bed, the floor, anything that she can bounce on. Like, even when we go for a walk, she like jumps on the drains and stuff. So yeah, I really wanted to get her a trampoline, but like I said, takes up loads of room. Saw this in Costco. I think it was about £40-ish. And oh, hello Dottie. Dottie's come to say hello. She's halfway through her haircut, so she looks a little bit scruffy at the minute. Because it started raining when my husband does it outside, because she's so fluffy. Look, she's still got a full head of hair. And it started raining when he was cutting her, so you look a little bit funny, don't you, darling, at the minute? And she just wants attention, hence you can see her little paw. Yeah, it was £40, and I just thought this was perfect, because actually when she's not using it, we can just fold it up and put it back in the box. So yeah, happy. And this is what she does for attention. She literally just stands right in front of me or in the middle of what I'm doing. Does anybody else's dog do this? She is such a diva, but kind of in like the cutest way. So yeah, curly here, but they're like shaped here. Oh, my girl. Also got some of these Nature Valley peanut chocolate bars. These are delicious, and again, I actually had one of these this morning, hence the box is already open, because sometimes I just don't have time to kind of sit down and eat breakfast. And then also, these are really good. These are Aussie Bites, so they're kind of like seedy, raisiny cakes. Again, like perfect for like a little snack. Oh yeah, there you can see like rolled oats, dried apricots, I think it's flax seeds, honey. Yeah, really delicious. I think they're about £7 or £8 for a box, but they're really handy. Again, perfect little snack for my daughter, because they're individually wrapped, so we can kind of just take them and go. And I do have the little baby here today who's cooing in the background. My hubby also got these, so these are the porridge to go. Again, just an easy snack for him to take to work. He really likes flapjack things, like style things. I'm not so hot, but yeah, if like I'm in a rush, then I don't mind like eating something like this. And my favourite purchase of the night was definitely these chocolate chips. I have these all the time. I'll just grab handfuls of these as snacks, because you know how much I love chocolate, but also great for breakfast. I put them on porridge, I put them on toast with peanut butter and banana and honey. Oh my goodness, so these are really like a bit of a saviour for me. And yeah, they are semi-sweet. I don't, to be honest, I don't think that makes them any more healthy if you're looking into health stuff. They do kind of taste like dark chocolate. They are 51% cacao, but not too dark. So I love the bitterness of chocolate at the minute. Since having my second daughter, really into dark chocolate, which wasn't like me before. I was so much more swayed to milk and even white chocolate, whereas now I had white chocolate yesterday and I was not a fan at all. Dark chocolate is the way for me. So these kind of taste like, I would say it like the Bourneville level of darkness, so not like, you know, like a green and black's 75% dark, obviously, because it's not as strong, but yeah, kind of like a nice bitterness to these. Really recommend these. I think these were about £10. Maybe not a very exciting purchase, but we did get some loo roll, and I feel like Costco is the best place to get loo roll, especially when you're a family, because you'll know how quickly this stuff runs out, and you never want to run out of loo roll. That's like the worst thing. It's nice thickness of sheet. You don't want a thin sheet for loo roll, and it is relatively inexpensive compared to anywhere else. And then baby wise from Costco, we picked up a box of Huggies. Hubby has already kind of put these away. He's so good, he's so on it. And they are on offer in Costco at the moment, so you get a massive box for £5. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just our store, but we usually shop at Lidl because, you know, we just like to get a value for money when we are shopping in the week. And it's like they've got a shortage of wipes for the past, I'd say 2 months. Well, in all fairness, pretty much since my youngest has been born, we have not managed to get any wipes from Lidl, so we're having to get them from elsewhere, and Costco has been the best place by far. And then the last thing that I want to show you, which is so much cheaper from Costco, are these. So these are the Aptamil ready to feed from birth first instant formula milk. So I breastfeed my little one, but she absolutely hates being under the apron when we're out in public. And there's also been times where I can't get a table in a corner, and I'm not somebody, there's some mums out there who are just so confident, they just don't mind. Like, I'm just like not one of those. I'm like really, I suppose I'm quite conservative. Like, I like to be quite covered, and yes, I'm not just happy to kind of just like, I don't know, like have people see me. I mean, people don't stare. I mean, there's some weirdos that do. I've heard terrible stories, but I like to be quite covered. And when she's like pulling on the apron and stuff, particularly like if I'm in a group and we're out for a family meal, I just find it really awkward. So we have been giving her some ready-made formula for when we're out. I just want to say that it is absolutely like game changing, because you don't have to make up a bottle, you don't have to worry about timing, you don't have to worry about sterilization of like the powder, you know, all that stuff when you're doing bottles. And I think because I'm not used to bottle feeding, I didn't bottle feed my first daughter at all, this is wicked. So it's £10 and you get 12 in here, and it works out a lot cheaper than Boots. So actually, if you are a new mum, I'd totally recommend going to Costco, because their powdered milk is also a lot cheaper. It works out almost like 3 for 2. And yeah, if you just want something convenient, this also works out. I want to say it's like nearly, in some shops it's like, in comparison, it's nearly 50% cheaper. So if you're a new mum, or if you know a new mum who would appreciate this and you have a card, I definitely recommend sort of like sharing it and giving this a go, because it will just save you so much money. But yeah, that's all that we got from Costco. I think my daughter really wants to feed now, so I'm gonna go and feed her, and I'll catch up with you soon. Good morning, guys. So it is another day now, and I got quite a few questions on how I do my hair in my Primark haul video, so I thought I'd show you today. So basically what I do is, obviously I wash it, and I personally do that at night just because I've got such thick hair. It would never dry if I left it like during the day. Also my hair is super duper frizzy naturally. You can probably see it. I feel like it actually looks better on camera than it does in real life. I feel like the camera defines the curls a little bit more, probably because of the lighting and the shadows. So what I do is I wash it, and then as it's drying I actually put it into a super duper tight low ponytail. Well, I suppose not super duper tight, but like a tight low ponytail, so I look a little bit like Slick Rick at night. All my hair is like super flat to my head, and what that does for my hair is it just helps kind of de-frizz the top sections and just kind of helps pull out the curls at the top of my head, because my hair is curly all the way to the root, which means my hair, if I leave it to dry naturally without doing that, it goes absolutely massive, and I find it really difficult to work with. So that's the best method that I find to just kind of help flatten my hair out a little bit. And then because my hair is so thick, and I'm going to put a few curls on the top, I get that volume back, but it's a little bit more controlled than if I just let it dry completely naturally. You can see, and again I feel like it's coming up so much better on camera than it actually is in real life, the top section, because I washed it late last night, I've had to take my bobble out before it's dried, and it is just super duper frizzy on the top section. The pieces always around my face as well, I feel like, well, to be fair, because it's pulled back so tightly, these tend to not be as curly as I like them to be. And then if I do let it dry naturally, if I was to leave these bits out, they kind of go a little bit haywire. So this is where I use a curling wand. So oh gosh, this must be about 12 to 15 years old. It's just a Remington one. So what I would say is get a curling wand that is very similar to the kind of size of your curl, and I feel like it will help to make the hair look natural, because everybody just thinks that's my natural hair, but it isn't. I do still use a little bit of heat on it, and yeah, so I use this. I think I got it from Argos. It was about £10–15 at the time. I'm sure you can get similar ones off Amazon. They're probably about 20 quid now. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll just put a few little curls in the front, and then also I tend to do a few curls on the top section just to help define it, because my curls in my hair are more I always want to say more zigzaggy, I suppose, like sometimes a little bit more wavy than curly, whereas these are a proper round curl, which I think looks really pretty in the summer. So that's what I do. Now, I don't use the curly girl method. I used to use it, but to be honest, one, I don't want to like utilize that much time thinking about the hair products etc that I use, and two, I never ever got the results that I wanted even after 2 to 3 years of doing it. So, and also I do like to wear my hair straight sometimes. I like to mix it up, so the curly girl method just isn't ready for me. So I do this instead to just kind of help define my curls. So hopefully this can help you too, and I'll just show you now in a clip like how I do it with the wand. To take smaller sections at the front, so sometimes I'll curl it, and if I feel like it's too big I'll half it and then curl it again. So you can see that this is a curl. Oops, my daughter coughing. She's got a little bit of a cough at the minute. You can see that this is actually a proper curl, but because my hair is so frizzy, I'll need to give that some texture so that it looks natural, so I'll just run my fingers through it after. But yeah, basically keep going around all of the head. What I always find is really important as well is do the under layer of the first section. So you see this bit here, because when you've got curly hair you tend to kind of like move it from side to side because that's what gives it the volume. So make sure you're also doing these little bits as well. You don't have to worry about the second layer around the back of the hair, but always at the front, I suggest anyway. So what I'll tend to do, if there is any pieces of hair down here that need a curl, I'll literally just grab the wand, grab the end of the hair, and I'll just literally curl it around it just to give it a little bit more curl as well, because some pieces, sometimes when you're lying on it, it will help, well, it will flatten it and it will make it straight. So yeah, just basically anywhere where there's straight bits I'll just go over with my curling wand. So I'm just going to do the other side and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Right, I'm going to be super quick because my daughter has woken up and she is due her feed, but I literally look like this, so I feel like I look a little bit crazy. The curls are a little bit too defined, so I just kind of get my fingers and just start running them through and just pulling those curls out. And in a way, actually, I do want to add a little bit of frizz because I feel like that makes it look natural. So I literally just do this until I'm happy with the curls. You can see that my hair gets bigger and bigger, so I need to take that initial volume out, and then obviously you can just play around with it. And I feel like with curly hair, sometimes it looks better off to the side, some days it looks better when it's got a mid part. So it's just about playing around with it until you are happy with how it looks for that day. And yeah, so just keep going with it and keep pulling out the curls until you're happy. I feel like my hair's really super curly today underneath as well, so I didn't need to do too much work on that. But yeah, that is pretty much it really. It's super duper quick. If you've got curly hair, you'll know that some days you wake up and your hair looks fab, and then other days you wake up and it just looks like, oh my gosh, well, mine looks like a bird's nest. So this is just a really quick method if you need to add some more defined curls back in and make it look, you know, like nice. I know some people wake up and their curls actually look super nice on the first day they've washed it, but on the second day, after sleeping on it again, even with like the pineapple method and stuff, like your curls can lose their shape. So just adding a few in just really kind of helps with it. So yeah, anyways, I'm sorry I can't stay and kind of like get my hair looking exactly like it did on the Primark video, but you can probably hear my daughter like gooing in the background. She's due for a feed. So yeah, also actually just before I go, this hair, once the curls have fallen out, or if you like to kind of like not wash your hair for like a few days, if you brush it and your curls, if they're anything like mine, will go more like waves. And then this just kind of looks really nice if you just throw it into like a loose low ponytail and just have a few of these bits out at the front. Sometimes you might need to recurl them and like brush them out again, but a lot of the time the curl stays because it's such a small wand that I have to use for my hair. It stays, and you can just brush them out and they just look like big waves. And I don't know, I just feel like it looks kind of like that nice romantic style in a low ponytail, particularly if you've got a like nice ruffle bobble in as well. So yeah, hopefully that's been useful to some of you anyway. Yeah, I know what curly hair's like, it can just be a little bit crazy, and this is super duper quick. So yeah, Baba's alright now, she's just cooing away on the bed. But I thought because my hair is actually super frizzy today, it's particularly at the ends, I'm just going to show you the product that I use, and this is probably the only product really that I use on my hair. Sometimes I will use gel. If I'm in a I don't want to use heat sort of mood, I will use gel, and you can get a very similar look. But I really hate the feel of gel, or like even when I put a cream underneath and then a gel on top, which is supposed to help soften it, I don't like it. And also because I try to wash my hair as minimal as possible, I like to be able to brush out the curls and them still look okay. Like I said, just put in a low ponytail and have that kind of like soft, kind of like romantic style ponytail look. But it's actually this spray that I use on days when my hair is super frizzy like today. Like I said, because I've taken it out when it hadn't fully dried, can go a little bit frizzy. What I like about it is it's a spray bottle, and that means it's very, very light on hair. I feel like if you've got curly hair, you'll know how delicate that your hair is, and well, I should say the shape of your hair is. So I feel like just having something super duper light is the best way. So it's by OGX, and it's their Argan Oil of Morocco, and this has lasted me absolutely years. I'm due to get another one actually, but yeah, I'll literally just spritz it through my hair if it wants to come out. I feel like it doesn't want to today, but yeah, I'll literally just spritz it through the ends. I'll even put a little bit on top. I'm not like worried. I think having curly hair and having it so thick, I don't really have to worry about it being greasy. Like I can leave my hair probably like a week if I wanted to, but I tend to just go 4 days because it feels a bit gross, particularly because now I'm getting back into my exercising. But yeah, then I'll literally just run my hands over my hair again, give my hair a little bit more of a zhuzh, and now my daughter is shouting me again. So yeah, but that is pretty much it. And I only ever really use this when my hair is super frizzy. I don't mind a little bit of texture in my hair. I feel like that looks quite nice. But yeah, today it's a little bit like candy floss. So yeah, that is basically everything I do to get the hair that you would have seen in my Primark video. Like I said, I hope this was useful. Right, I'm gonna go to my daughter because she is like, she's not crying, but she's like at the point where she's shouting me. So yeah, have a good day. Good morning guys, I thought I would show you on this vlog, just my garden fail. Do you know what I did? My seedlings, they were going so well. I had so many tomato seedlings. I was so proud of myself. We had a spate of cold days, and then we had one hot day in the middle, and I was out and completely forgot, to be honest, to open up the greenhouse before I went shopping. And yeah, basically I've pretty much killed all of my seedlings off. So the other day I was rushing around trying to put what looked like half alive into some pots outside. I think I've managed to rescue a giant sunflower, and over the past few days that's been doing really well actually. That's grown loads. And then yeah, I've not really managed to rescue much else. So in my frustration, I've just chucked a load of seeds in pots, and now they're coming up. And now I'm thinking, I put way too many seeds together, so whether they're actually going to survive because they're all going to be in competition with each other for soil, water and sunlight, but hopefully out of these seedlings we will get something. So I will show you. I've also got some new plants from B&M as well, so I'll show you those as well. So this is one that I've managed to rescue. So this is a sweet pea. I think this one is going to survive. He's looking quite healthy. Bought a clematis, and this is a beautiful kind of a lilac one, which will be going up here I'm not strong enough to put this in the ground though, so I've got to wait for my husband to like really dig it in. This is the giant sunflower. This is coming out. This is doing really, really well. And then yeah, you can see here I've literally thrown loads of seeds in pots because I was just, oh, I was so disappointed that they hadn't come through. So you can see there's loads starting to go up there. This one had been knocked over, so yeah, not lots of life in this one, but you can see this a little thing trying to come through. Hopefully that's not a weed. I've done the same with these pots, and then this was a giant sunflower that looked like it was going to survive but hasn't, so I might have to put one of my B&M flowers in this pot. Again, this one, I think the snails have got this one, like all the leaves have totally gone, which is a shame, but yeah, never mind. In this one I chucked one of the mini sunflowers. I thought that would look good. That soil looks a little bit overwatered, but hopefully it'll survive. There's a little bit of life coming through on these ones. Again, I can't really remember what I threw in the pots. And then up here, I know these are gypsophilia and these are coming on really well now. And then these are all my new flowers from B&M. I'm so happy with them. So this is a gorgeous evergreen bush. It was only £4. The flowers from B&M are so well priced. This flower that I got from the garden centres, well, yeah, that's not survived. I think my daughter put soil on the top of it, so yeah, it's kind of just in with the ground now, which is a shame. But oh, and these are another couple of sweet peas. I don't think these ones are going to make it. I don't know what's eating them, because I feel like slugs and snails, I don't know, I feel like they do bigger bites than this. It looks like it's been attacked by like mini flies. I don't know whether that's the case or not. I got this beautiful flower. I don't know what it's called. Let me have a look. Excuse my nail varnish, it really needs redoing. This, and it was only £5. Absolutely, this is my favourite. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks really pink on those pictures, but in real life it's very purple, and I love a purple garden. It's kind of tying with the purple. I've gone for a blue grass. This will definitely be staying in the bed. Not all of this will stay in the bed, but this definitely will be. I absolutely love this. I've totally copied my nan because she has one of these. I've got these gorgeous little, these are actually coming up purple on the camera, but they actually look more blue in real life, and I kind of liked how the blue grass tied in the purple and the blue. And then I finally got some of these. You see my daughter has put soil on this again, but she actually picked these ones up because they are red. So I really like purple gardens. That's what I'm going for, with like hints of yellow. I'm going to try and mix some yellow flowers from my nan's garden. She's going to cut some for me, and then yeah, we've got like dots of red because I can't go shopping with my daughter and not get her a little red pot, plant, and that was only £2, so yeah. So a little bit of a garden fail, but I am loving all those plants from B&M. They are so reasonable, to be honest. I could have spent an absolute fortune, but to be fair, for all of those plants that I showed you, including the clematis, all the ones that were in the bed, they come to like £25, which I don't know, and I feel like it's really transformed my garden. I think because obviously I'm growing stuff from seed, I was late planting it, then it died, so I've had to replant it. Like, my garden's not looking particularly pretty, well, wasn't looking particularly pretty, and now I feel like it's, even just having them in the pots and not planted, I feel like it's completely transformed it. But yeah, I made sure to get some perennials because last year I only did annuals in the garden and like bedding plants and stuff, and they look fab, don't they, for that time. So you have to go out, like repurchase. I mean, I do like growing stuff, but I do want some just stuff that's going to stick around for a little bit. So yeah, that's the garden update. Oh, I can't believe it. I was so annoyed with myself about the greenhouse. Sorry if you can hear the dog having a water, by the way. Yeah, I was so annoyed about the greenhouse because my tomatoes were looking spot on this year. They are, but yeah, that was just typical me. I'm thinking next year actually that I'm going to get one of those small wooden greenhouses, because I actually think it will be easier as well for me to open it, because I have to like zip it up from the bottom, and because we've not gravelled it yet, that is a plan for this summer. And I think I've been talking about it for ages, but we just, I don't know, there's just other jobs to be doing at the moment. But yeah, that will get done. But because the grasses will grow, it's a little bit difficult, just tricky to open. I'm a little bit scared of spiders, so sometimes I don't even really fancy opening it. I know that sounds like silly, but yeah, it just puts me off opening it. So I'd like one of those wooden ones where you can open it up from the top. But yeah, anyway, I think that will be it for this vlog. Hopefully I've managed to capture some at least interesting stuff. It's so weird, I always say this when I do a vlog, like you don't really know how it's going until you put the video together. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like if you did like it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.